Who is it? Dave, man. Dave's not. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your lone wolf Uso, and welcome to another episode of The Court Gallery. I am bringing to you tonight a full saga from Judge DiSanto's court. We're going to start off in September with a hearing with a young lady by the name of Alana Maransky, I believe is what her name is. I probably got the name completely wrong, but you're gonna see. You're gonna see. And this saga begins in September, goes to October, and culminates in a fantastic, explosive hearing today. And you're gonna see it all right here, tonight, coming up next on the Court Gallery. And in with all that, we've got some Simpson too. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. It's good. We got good stuff tonight. Thank you for coming by. I am your lone wolf Uso. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get started, shall we?
All right, let's go on the record in the matter of Alicia Maranowski, 251233. An appearance for the people, please.
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Kevin. Please may act P85417 for the people of Wyandotte.
Thank you. And Mr. Goldberg.
Your Honor, John Gold for P30758 on behalf of Ms. Maranowski.
All right, thank you. And Ms. Maranowski, your name for the record, please.
Alicia Maranowski.
And Ms. Ness, if you can please unmute.
Hello,
Your name for the record, please.
Miss Darnell.
I'm sorry. Ma'am, with Naomi's Ness, can you please restate your name? I didn't hear you.
Miss Darnell and Miss Scott.
Darnell.
Yes.
Miss Scott, Scott.
Yes.
Do you want my first name? Miss Darnell, what's your first name?
We didn't hear you.
Miss Darnell, what is your first name?
Cynthia.
Cynthia, Cynthia.
Correct.
Scott, what is your first name?
Bianca.
Bianca.
Yes.
Awesome stuff. And so I'm going to have both Ms. Darnell, Ms. Scott, and Ms. Maranowski all please raise your right hands. Do you all solemnly swear or affirm the testimony about to give the the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? Ms. Scott,
Yes.
Ms. Darnell,
Yes.
Ms. Maranowski.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. And so the allegations are that Ms. Maranowski had been touted to treatment at Naomi's Nest. And was terminated from that facility based upon actions of facility violations and threatening actions.
Correct.
And so we adjourned it to today's date for clarification of those. Because well, into the bond violation hearing regarding those there. And so that's why you're here as a prosecutor since I'm supposed to be I'm a neutral higher fact. And so I shouldn't be the one doing all the questioning. So okay. All right. So is your client still pleading not guilty, or is she wanting a hearing? Are we going to take testimony?
The court said the hearing, there's no doubt that, she was in violation of the bond violation, but there was an explanation of when we were here last week, we didn't have the allegations. I did receive the documents, further indicating what the actions were. I don't know if this is complete, but this is what we have here. The court said the today for a hearing for a bond violation. We were here last week and the plea was placed on.
So not guilty.
That's not true. Oh,
Well, that is true.
but the only reason you're
Did not hold the bond violation hearing, you entered not guilty plea because it was my understanding, I recall correctly, that there was not clarity regarding the facility rules and the threatening of the staff. So I just set it for a hearing to have Naomi's Nest staff members present so that we can either hold the hearing or there can be clarification and your client is going to plead guilty or not guilty. That's
I understand, John. Well,
so what are we doing?
well, wait, I get what I'm hearing that because there's not, they told me certain things in the document that I received.
I did.
And so that's the situation. I've spoken to Miss Marinowski. I've told her what the allegations are. She said, I had some conversations, but I wasn't acting in an aggressive manner. She also indicated that.
It sounds like you're testifying on behalf of your client. So, excuse me, would you like to begin one here?
Okay.
Either Ms. Darnell or Ms. Scott?
Yes, Mr. Arnell or Ms. Scott, which one of you had the contact with the defendant?
Both.
You got squeezed out and over to you.
Okay, so Ms. Arnell, we'll start with yourself.
Okay.
Could you please state your name for the record?
Cynthia Darnell.
Okay, and could you please state where do you work?
Naomi's Nest.
And what is your position at Naomi's Nest?
Residential tech.
And do you know the defendant, Alicia Marinowski?
Do I know her?
Yes. So have you had contact with her?
Yes.
Okay. And what are, the rules of, being in treatment at Naomi Nest?
No bullying, no threatening.
Okay. And what was the contact that you had with Mrs. Marinowski?
Well, she kept beating on the door, so I went to open the door and she wanted to use the phone. And when I wouldn't let her use the phone, because our rules is, like I explained to her, you can use it for 5 minutes, one time per shift. She walked up on me like 2 or 3 times, like threatening me, like basically she's going to bully me to move out the way. So that's when I backed up. And she started yelling and screaming about going out to smoke.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't hear that.
Could you repeat that last part, please?
She started yelling and screaming about she wanted to go out to smoke.
Okay. At during any of this time, did you feel threatened by Mrs. Marinowski?
Yes, I did feel threatened. She had been threatening us since the whole time she been here. When I was doing her intake, threatening me about
That's your, that part closed for, you were saying?
Here's day, but maybe, can you clarify when you say she's been threatening since she arrived? Can you clarify what statements were made?
well, I was doing her intake, and I want to tell her that we can't have phones here in our. And she stated, "Don't take my phone." That's the reason why I beat my dad up. So that's when I asked her, did she want to get on the 1-800 number because we couldn't have phones. And then when I said that I was going to call the police, that's when she said, no, 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 you could take my phone. You could take my phone.
Okay. Was there any other contact that you had with Mrs. Marinowski besides this occasion?
Well, I'm not the RT. We have more contact than any other person. And when we went outside, she didn't have a cigarette. So she was mad she didn't have a cigarette. And that's when she walked up on another client and made her give her cigarette, which I'll explain to her that they can't share cigarettes.
Okay. Okay, the court is satisfied with, or the, prosecution satisfied with Ms. Scott's testimony.
Okay. All right, thank you. And, Mr. Goldbach, would you like to, report your? Okay.
I'm sorry, can you repeat your name, please?
Cynthia Darnell.
Okay, that's Ms. Darnell. Ms. Darnell, so when was she actually, when did you do the initial intake?
On the 28th.
On the 28th. And,
Which month?
oh, I'm sorry.
August.
Thank
August.
you. And this disturbance, for lack of a better term, okay, let's put it this way. At the intake, did you discuss smoking and the rules and regulations with respect to that?
Yes. We also have a paper that they read.
Okay. And does it anywhere in there say that you can't actually use and ask a person to provide you with a cigarette?
To provide you with a cigarette?
Pardon?
I never said nobody couldn't provide her with a cigarette. I said you can't share the cigarette.
Can't share it with, I understand that.
Right. You can't smoke.
So-
You can't smoke a cigarette and then give it to somebody else to smoke.
Oh, okay. And is that part of is that written down as part of the rules and regulations? Or is it just understood?
That's wrote down in the rules and regulations.
Oh, okay. And so you're saying that when you had this discussion regarding using the phone, when would that?
I always do it while I'm doing the intake.
All right. Well, on the 29th, did you have any contact with Miss Marinowski?
Yes.
And what that contact about?
As I was stated, I answered the door when she was beating on the door. She
Okay.
used the phone. That's when I explained to her she couldn't use the phone and she had already used it previous. That's when she walked up on me like 2 or 3 times and I stepped back.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question. Had she used the phone during that shift?
Yes, the morning shift.
Okay. And what time did she come knocking on your door?
You want me to tell you the precise time or around the time? It was in the afternoon.
Okay.
Maybe 2 it had to be about 3 because Ms. Hughes came in, right?
Okay. So,
Had to be close to 3.
pardon?
Had to be close to 3.
Close to 3. And the shift is from what time to what time?
My shift is from 8, and the next shift coming at 3:30.
Okay, so at approximately 3 o'clock, she came to use the phone, and you told her you can't use it because you're only allowed to use it one time, one shift, right?
Correct.
Did she, you
I told her that she
indicated,
already
what time did she use the
on my
phone?
Hold on. Let me one at a time. One at a time. What was that, Ms. Darno?
I told her that she couldn't use it on my shift again. She had already used it on my shift.
At what time did she use it on your shift initially?
So I can't, all I know was in the morning. We had like 10 women in there.
Okay. You said that
Maybe
for,
between 9 and 12. It was before lunch. She had called somebody to drop her off some cigarettes and some clothing.
okay,
She wanted to keep calling them to see if they had dropped her when.
okay. And you told you can't do it again on the shift, correct?
Correct.
So then she came up on you at that point in time, is that right?
When I opened the door.
You had arguments about it, correct?
I didn't hear the last part of your call.
So was there an argument or she just came up on you and made some comments? Is that
She
right?
hollering and screaming. She yelling.
Okay. And you know why Miss Marinowski is in there, is that correct? Tethered to Naomi's nest?
Did I know why?
Yes.
Yeah, she had told me that she beat up her dad because he took her phone.
And were you aware that at the time she was tethered to Naomi's nest? One of the conditions is that she's supposed to be getting mental health treatment. Is that correct?
Now that part I don't know about a mental health. All I
Okay.
know is the reason why she said she was in the facility.
Okay. So other than these contacts, you haven't had any discussions as to her mental health treatment or being tethered there for certain reasons. Is that correct?
What's the last part? I didn't hear the last part.
So in other words, other than you being her supervisor or these conversations regarding the phone, cigarettes and things like that, you don't have any insight into what she's supposed to be doing regarding mental health. Is that correct?
No, that's not. I don't do that part.
No.
Okay. Any follow-up questions?
Why would I do that part?
All right. Any questions for Ms. Scott?
Miss Scott, you also work for Naomi's Nest,
Yes,
and what is your position there?
I am a driver and I'm also a residential tech.
Okay. And what dates did you have contact with the defendant, Miss Marinowski?
Well, I started the first day, which is the 28th. I actually picked her up from jail, from Wayne County Jail, and I drove her to the facility, Naomi's Nest. So that was the first
And-
contact I had with her.
Okay, and was there anything that occurred during, that contact with Miss Marinowski?
Not at that time, no. Not that I
Okay.
didn't have any just bringing her to the facility, getting her set up for her intake. That was the only facility interaction I had with her that day.
Okay, when was the next time that you saw Miss Marinowski?
The next day, which is the 29th, my shift is from 10 to 4.
Okay, can you tell me about the occurrence with her on that day?
When I came in, she was displaying very aggressive behavior. It was a time that I did try to calm her down, let her know that if she do have cigarettes, the time that she could get her cigarettes, which is the next shift when the house opened, and she was saying that she was not understanding the rules and she not going by any rules, and I was racist and things like that. So I just kind of stepped back from interacting with her at that time because she was frustrated and I wanted her to calm down. So
Can you describe
Several-
how
several
Ms.
times
Marinowski?
throughout that shift, though, from my whole shift, very aggressive behavior.
I'm
I
gonna
took
object
to
this
come out
one
on the
time.
smoke break.
Hold on, just a moment, ma'am, just a moment. There's no objection, so just a moment. What's
Okay.
your,
I'm objecting. She asked a certain question and then she's going on and on. You know, if we
Okay,
get back
ma'am,
to questions.
ma'am, could you just-
hold on, there's an objection. So I have to let Mr. Goldhoff finish the objection, and I'll give you an opportunity to respond to the objection, and then to rule on the objection.
She initially, there's no problems, on her first shift. Next time she saw her was sometime during the 29th. And she had some conversations with her. Then she's going back to, well, on the next shift, so I'm objecting to the nature of the question.
You're objecting to the nature of the
Well,
question.
not the nature so much, Your Honor, as she said, well, she was aggressive. So I tried to calm her down, that's not a problem. Then she went to, so she's answered the questions regarding on the 29th. Then she went back to, well, on my previous shift. And so I'm objecting to that.
Okay, your response, Russell?
If we may, could we just start with the contact on the 29th?
Okay, the court's going to overrule the objection because, the court finds that, the additional, testimony by Ms. Scott is a continuation to establish the behavior of, so to speak, of Ms. Marinowski. So I want to overrule the objection. You may continue, counsel.
Thank you. Ms. Scott, could you describe how Ms. Marinowski was being aggressive in the contact that you're speaking about on August the 29th?
Okay, well, around 11:30 a.m., I take the ladies out on a smoke break. So I had took her out on the smoke break, and then she was getting very close to several other new ladies, walking up on them. And
Just a moment, ma'am.
I've seen another person that now come on the Zoom. I'm going to ask,
That's the same, that's Ms. Darnell.
okay, then I'm going to ask that, Ms. Darnell is already identified. I'm going to ask that she step out here during testimony.
Well, counsel, she was there. She stepped out for a moment, came back in with the jacket. Both parties, both witnesses were there to begin with for testimony.
I understand.
Only one was testifying at a time. I'm just going to continue as is. Ms. Darnell can't contribute anything to testimony, so. Okay.
Ms. Scott, please continue. How, was Ms. Marinowski acting aggressive on, August 29th?
Okay, so I noticed that she was walking very close to two other ladies. So I kind of went near them, and I asked, can they kind of keep their space and their distance? And during that time, I heard her saying to one of the ladies, there's going to be some Hitler stuff around here today. No. And so.
Now, I can't, Ms. Darnell, I can't have you interfere with any testimony.
Come on, step out.
I'm going to have to ask you to step out if you continue.
I didn't say that.
She didn't say nothing.
Say nothing.
It was just me talking, Miss Scott.
I'm sorry. That other conversation is coming from the jail.
Oh.
I apologize. I'm going to mute your client, counsel. I heard her talking and I didn't realize the jail was unmuted. You may continue.
Okay, Ms. Scott, was there any other aggressive behavior?
Yes, after the smoke break, it continued to go on throughout the whole entire shift. She was knocking on the door, bamming on the door. She might calm down for a little while, but then she'll be back at the door. She'll open up the door, come out the door. She was running out. She said she was going to use the phone, even when she was told no. She wasn't trying to hear anything we really was trying to say. She just continued to display disruptive behavior, knocking on the door, bamming, screaming throughout the whole shift. We didn't even leave. I didn't even leave till close to 4 because I was kind of scared until the police arrived. I was kind of scared. Yes.
Okay. And during this time, did you feel threatened by Ms. Marinowski?
No, I didn't feel threatened, but I was scared for my coworker.
Okay. No further questions.
I thank you, Mr. Robots.
I'm sorry. Now, Ms. Scott, correct? Ms. Scott, correct?
Yes.
Ms. Scott, you deal with intake, is that correct?
I deal with transportation. I pick the clients up from Wayne County Jail, doctor's appointments, wherever they need to go throughout the facility. I'm also, when I'm not driving, I'm a residential tech, so I step in and help monitor the clients and serve them wherever they need, whatever needs to be done.
And during your interaction with Miss Marinowski, you were directed to bring her to Naomi's Nest.
Yes.
And were you aware of the terms and conditions? And she's supposed to be receiving mental health treatment while at Naomi's Nest.
I'm just a driver. So only thing I do is get her paperwork and I transport her. But I am aware that most people that do come have mental health issues. So I automatically assume, maybe that could be the case, but we don't 100% know their situation until the paperwork come in from the jail, the court, or their probation officer.
Okay. And so in your experience, I'm not just talking about Miss Marinowski, but in your experience as a driver and as an assistant in the fine job you're doing, is it unusual for those that are at Naomi's Nest for, among other reasons, mental health treatment, that at times those individuals act out in aggressive manners while they're trying to be treated?
I am aware of that. Yes.
Yeah. And sometimes individuals make claims which really are just due to their mental illness and not because they are aggressive or assaultive by nature. Would that be a fair statement?
Yes.
And you attributed a statement to Miss Marinowski while on a smoke break. Did you discuss this with Miss Marinowski at that time?
No, I asked her just because she give distance. I heard what was said. And then I just asked her to keep her distance because I did not want to upset her or anything. So I just said, can you please keep your distance? She backed back at that time. She did what I asked. And then that was it.
Okay, so she made a comment that you overheard or whatever it was. You talked to her, didn't say anything about the comment, but you stayed back up and she followed your direction. Would that be a fair statement?
Yes.
Nothing else, huh?
Okay, anybody left? Okay, no. Any further witnesses for the people?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Loha, any witnesses for
Miss Pettis.
Ms. Iron? Ms. Marinowski? Okay, she's already been sworn in. Ms. Marinowski, please sit on you. All right.
Yes.
All right, counsel, you may for your line.
Miss Marinowski, you've been sitting there listening to the testimony. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And did there come a point in time when you became upset and wanted to use the phone?
I felt as if
No, ma'am, the question was there a time? It's yes or no.
was there what?
Was there a time you wanted to use the phone? That was the question.
Yes.
Answer these questions, yes or no,
Okay.
until you're asked.
Yes, they did want to use the phone.
I'm sorry, I was still speaking, so I didn't hear what your answer was.
Okay. Did there come a point in time? Ms. Marinowski, did there come a point in time when you wanted to use the phone on the 29th, I believe it was?
Yes.
And did you have a discussion with Ms. Darnell regarding that?
I don't know who Miss Darnell is.
Okay. When you were initially brought in, that was by Ms. Scott, and you went through an intake process. Is that correct?
Can you repeat the question?
When you were brought in to Naomi's Nest from a jail, that was by Ms. Scott. Do you recall that?
The one who drove me to Naomi's news?
Yes.
That was Miss Scott, okay.
Okay,
Yes.
do you recall that? Or are you just saying that because
Yes, I recall that.
Okay. And then you met with another individual and they gave you the rules and regulations. Is that correct?
They read me, yes.
And you
Well,
recall-
no, they didn't read them to me.
Did they provide you with documentation or paperwork as to what rules you had to follow?
They gave me a pamphlet, but I didn't read it.
Okay. And who gave you the pamphlet?
One of the staff members at Naomi's Nest.
Recall who that was?
I'm trying to recall. I think it was Miss Darnell, the one that's on video right there.
Okay. And did you have on the next day, did you have a conversation with Miss Darnell regarding the use of telephone?
The conversation did come up, but I believed that other people there were getting more rights than I was. And I believe I was being treated unfairly.
And you made that known to them, is that right?
So I didn't believe anything they were telling me. And all the rules seemed to be on the walls. And there was no rules saying that we couldn't use the telephone any more than twice a day. Because they kept pointing to the wall and telling me to read the wall where all the rules were.
And did you were there for mental health treatment, is that correct?
Yes.
And you understand the importance that you have to go through for mental health, is that correct?
Yes.
And did you at any time, at least to your recollection, make any threats or walk up on people? To your recollection?
all I was asking to do was smoke a cigarette because I saw other people smoking cigarettes. And I had my own cigarettes there and they were refusing to let me smoke a cigarette when they were letting all the other people go outside and smoke a cigarette. And I believed I was being treated unfairly and I felt cornered. So I was trying to express my identity by trying to make myself heard that I was there. And I even threatened to call 911 because I was afraid that they were going to do something to me. And they refused to let me call 911.
No.
Okay. And cross counsel?
What was that?
Speaking to the prosecuting attorney, she's
okay.
cross-examining right now.
Ms. Marinowski, when you were in treatment at Naomi's Nest, did you have contact with Miss Scott and Miss Darnell?
Yes.
Did you display any aggressive or threatening behavior towards them while you were there?
I was yelling.
You were yelling, and did you display any other type of aggressive behavior that would make them feel unsafe?
No.
You said that you did not read the rules and regulations that were handed to you by Miss Scott upon your arrival, but that the rules were posted on the wall. Did you ever read the rules that were posted on the wall?
I tried to read almost every single one of the rules that were on the wall, and none of them stated that we could not make more than 2 phone calls a day.
Okay. Did any of the rules on the wall talk about how you were to treat the employees at Naomi's Nest?
No, but there were ways to deflate. So if you got angry, and I tried those tactics, and they didn't work on me.
Okay, no further questions.
Ma'am, did you make the statement to Miss to either Miss Darnell or Miss Scott about the phone and how your dad got beat up because he wouldn't give you a phone?
I never stated that was the reason. I never stated anything like that.
Did you make a comment about Hitler?
I don't recall.
Okay. All right. Anything from those questions that would elicit additional questions by either counsel?
No, Your Honor.
No, you're not.
Okay. All right. Any further witnesses, counsel, for the defense?
No, you're not.
Okay. Any closing arguments by the people?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Rohan, do you want to?
Just I mean, with respect to the matter, Miss Marinowski, Marinowski, excuse me, was tethered to Naomi's nest. She was there for mental health treatment. She was there for, by my calculations, less than, it's interesting because less than 24 hours. It's unsure when the violations occurred. And I say that because in the original documents that we received, this incident regarding the phone call, and it's now a tried to use the phone twice in the same shift. It indicates that the tether.
The defense would like to make a statement.
Excuse me, your attorney is speaking, ma'am. Your testimony has been completed. Now is not the time for you to make a statement.
Okay, I think that makes it some orange.
You want your client to make a statement?
You are.
Yes.
Just, okay.
Ma'am, I was
She can
asking
make a
your attorney.
She can make a switch.
Okay,
We've had some discussions regarding her mental health, so.
he says you can make a statement. Go ahead, ma'am.
I have been sitting here for who knows how long now, and I found out I'm pregnant because they only give you the low bunk if you're pregnant in jail. It will state low bunk on your one of these things. I don't know if you know what these are. These are what they do use here, and if you are on low bunk, I'm getting to the point here.
Okay, I'm listening.
I'm getting I'm on low bunk and my uniform is too tight, and I have been sitting here for longer than an hour, and it's suffocating me. And it's suffocating me right now. And if I make a false statement or make a statement that is, I haven't made any false statements, but I can't. I feel like I'm about to pass out, and I have no idea what's going on right now.
Okay, let me ask this question, ma'am. You said that you found out you're pregnant because you're on the low bunk. Have you had a pregnancy test?
Yeah.
And that came back positive?
Yes, and and they didn't feed me lunch yet. I haven't eaten anything today at all. And I am sitting in the courtroom and I'm wearing pants that are too tight. And I've been sitting here for about 2 hours now.
I understand. All right.
And
Let me just finish up with the court then. All right.
okay.
Which is going to say something different, obviously. Your Honor, as I've indicated, the interesting part is that looking at the documentation we see, there was a phone call from the tether people, and that was about 1:00 on the 29th. Yet we have testimony from Ms. Darnell that this violation allegedly occurred, the violation regarding the violation regarding the crises, 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 the violation regarding the cri phone call and coming up on her and all those things was sometime around 3:30.
No,
3
she
o'clock.
never testified.
3 o'clock, excuse me. The end of her shift. And that was at around around 3 o'clock, she indicated. I thought it was closer to 3:30. In fact, she may have said she gets off at 3:30, but it was towards the end of her shift. And there was this rigmarole. I only bring that to your attention because, Your Honor, as she stated in her testimony, she is there. She had some conversations. She felt she was being mistreated. But along those lines, further, when she was, I won't say confronted, but was contacted by Ms. Scott during that smoke break back in the morning, she was indicating that, she went to talk to her and said, hey, back up. And she did. She was cooperative. So though there may be some violations under these circumstances, and she was there for mental health treatment, which is important, and she knows she needs that. That's what we are trying to work out. I don't believe that her actions, as testified today, by Mr. Darnell and Ms. Scott, would rise to the level of a bond violation, which is what we're all talking about, resulting in her being removed from the Naomi's nest. Make an investment.
Let me ask one question of clarification. Ms. Darnell, is Naomi's Nest a mental health treatment facility?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question. Yeah.
Is Naomi's Nest a mental health treatment facility?
Yes, they do treat mental health patients.
I can't hear you now.
Yes, they do treat mental health patients.
For mental health patients?
Yes.
Okay.
That's all you're right. I don't believe that, she wants treatment. She knows that, but she doesn't, I don't believe that her actions resulted in a bond violation.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. Ms. Scott, I believe it was the individual who testified that that she picked up Ms. Miranowski and she just knew that she was the only reason she knew why she was there was because of the statement that Ms. Miranowski herself made.
Correct. And that was
Which is accurate. That's why she's here in court.
well,
That was the charge.
the church. No, I don't.
So had Ms. Miranowski not said that, Ms. Darnell and Ms. Scott wouldn't have even known. So I don't find, counsel, please, sorry. I don't find your client's testimony credible that she didn't say that. And the court will also note that Ms. Miranowski herself said that she was yelling. She didn't feel as though she was being treated fairly. And so based on the actions that she put forth and the testimony by Ms. Darnell that she felt threatened, Ms. Scott was not threatened, but felt threatened for Ms. Darnell, and that your client didn't read the rules, that's on her own. And I guess I understand your clients are for mental health treatment, but also she's still for the higher rule. So that they would not in place for a treatment that would best work for your client. But the court does find your client guilty of a bond violation. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Darnell and Ms. Scott. You may log off. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're
Have a
welcome.
good day.
And excuse me, you're all set as well. Thank you. Okay, and so counsel, here's what I'm going to do. right? I'm going, that Michael, who is somebody that she apparently spoke to bring her phone and cigarettes, does not something that was, precluded on the order of bond. But the court does have concerns for your client's mental health and her
I think,
welfare. I'm not sure, I think the policy is something new, that she has adopted us previously. And, I do think that your client needs to be found in treatment.
or at least, Your Honor, because we have now entered a plea in this particular matter, the complainant, as well as, I'm sorry, Jacob were in court at the time of the entering of the plea. They have no, objection to her being, returned to the filings here last meeting. We could,
I'm not having her return to the home right now. I'm not, that, we don't have all that in front before the court. So
well, we have your lesson. What I'm saying, they were here. And we,
I didn't say that they weren't here, but I don't have any, I didn't modify bond conditions last week. I'm not clear
No, you
that
didn't.
today. And what the court will do, counsel, is, the court will find me covered treatment for mental health treatment, not Naomi's nest. I mean, I do apologize for your delay today, but hopefully you can have lunch now, now that we're done with these matters. But before we log off, you can't log off yet because you need to meet with Marcy for Zoom for PSI after this hearing. So I'm not sure if Marcy is logging in or not, but we will notify her. So bond and the balance of conditions are continued.
thank you, Your Honor.
So let's go on.
I have a bond.
Everything's still the same, ma'am, except I'm ordering that you may be tethered to mental health treatment through the Wayne County Jail to a facility other than Naomi's Nest.
Okay.
Okay. So but please sit tight. You have probation login. Is that Miss Marinowski?
Yes.
Okay, let's go on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan, the city of Wyandotte versus Alicia Marinowski, 251233.
Well, Your Honor, John Goldwell, P 30758 on behalf of Ms. Marinowski.
Thank you.
Ms. Marinowski, please put your name on the record.
My name is Alicia Marie Marinowski.
All right, thank you. And today's the date scheduled for sentencing on Miss Marinowski's plea to an amended charge of disorderly. It was reduced from assault and battery by way of resolution between counsel. And counsel, do you have an opportunity to review the report and recommendation with your client?
Yes, I have, Your Honor. There are some additions, Your Honor, or at least I won't say correct. Yeah, I'll say corrections or additions of it. In the report, Ms. Marinowski indicated that she explained to the report or to the Shine that her drinking. She indicated that she does not feel that she has a problem with alcohol. I discussed that with her, and she's indicated that not what she meant, that she does have a problem, but she's doing her best to overcome that problem. I know that sounds strange, but she's also indicated that since she's been incarcerated, and one of the reasons she hasn't had access is because she is incarcerated, she therefore feels she has no problem with the use of alcohol, and did indicate there was a time when she'd been going through wellness treatment and programs like that. And there was a time when she was sober for approximately 8 months. I also spoke with her father, and this comes in spurts. He's in present court today. Does come in these spurts. She also indicated that, stated that she uses marijuana and does not feel she has a problem with that. She indicates she doesn't have a problem with that, or feels she doesn't, because she does not use that on any type of a regular basis. She used it about 6 or 7 years ago. The last time, and then there was a gap in that. She last used that approximately 3 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago. Does not have a medical marijuana card. And that's what she meant by there's no problem, because it's a sporadic use. Okay. Other than that, Your Honor, I wanted to bring that to the court's attention. She has been incarcerated for approximately 55 days at this point in time. She's been in the Wayne County Jail since August 24th. She was initially tethered to Naomi's nest. However, she was immediately thrown out, for lack of a better term. And we had a hearing.
Right, we had a hearing and the court tethered her to treatment, the court found her guilty and indicated that she could be tethered to treatment, mental health treatment through Wayne County Jail. I will clarify, counsel, that it has come to my attention that the Wayne County Jail does not have an inpatient mental health facility for females that they can tether to. I was unaware of that when I ordered that.
I understand that, Your Honor. I think we learned that through another matter as well. And we thought possibly that there would be a tether to the Salvation Army, but that may have been in the other matter. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Your Honor, other than that, the recommendation is a good recommendation. We're asking that the recommendation be adopted. Also, Your Honor, its recommendation just be under 771.1.
All right. So, ma'am, Eric Marinowski, who is he to you?
He's my father.
Okay. And so, Mr. Marinowski, would you like to address the court? Is Mr. Marinowski, did you say he was in here?
Yeah.
Eric, would you like to address the court?
I believe my daughter.
Well, no, if you do, I'm going to have you come forward, please. And have me state and spell your first and last names for the record. Okay. Just please keep your hands out of your pockets.
I'm Eric Marinowski, EricMaryNowski.
Okay. And what would you like the court to know, sir?
I would like to let the court know that my daughter may be released on her own recognizance if she agrees to quit drinking and takes her pills as prescribed, and possibly with the help of a tether which she can blow. She would be allowed to move back in to my house.
Okay. And sir, do you, in your experience as Miss Marinowski's father, do you find that Miss Marinowski, that her behavior is affected by her consumption of alcohol?
Absolutely.
And does Miss Marinowski have any physical limitations in working?
Not at all.
Do you, as her father and her living there with you, do you believe that the amount of free time or lack of structure time for Alicia is a contributing factor to her continued consumption of alcohol?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for coming in, sir. Anything else you'd like the court to know?
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Your Honor, with respect to that, she is on, is on
Disability, right, which is why I asked that question, because she also, and indicated that she doesn't that her general health is healthy.
Correct.
She has no serious illnesses, diagnoses, or accidents in the past. So I'm really uncertain as to why she's receiving disability and why she's not working.
For mental illness.
Okay,
And she's, I mean, that's, who sees that. And that's why she went to team wellness on a number of occasions. She's under the treatment of has been there for approximately 10 years, and is, seeing a psychiatrist through team wellness. Is that correct, Ms. Marinowski?
Yes.
is your client interested in the mental health treatment court?
I can discuss that with you, on.
Because what I'm hearing is it may very well be something that she would benefit from significantly.
I don't disagree with that, Sharon.
Okay. So let's do this. Let's adjourn the sentencing. I will order the following. I will indicate defendant may be released from custody with alcohol tether through Wayne County Jail. I will further state, because it appears as though Mr. Marinowski is okay with Miss Marinowski returning to the home if she's not consuming alcohol. With an alcohol tether, she will not be consuming alcohol.
Understand that?
She will be taken right back into custody.
You understand that, Ms. Marinowski?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Marinowski, is that something that you're comfortable with? Or do you feel like her to not be able to come home right now?
What?
You would like for her to come home?
Yes.
Okay. The court will then amend the bond condition. And then it's no assaultive, abusive, intimidating contact with your father, okay?
Okay.
The balance of the bond conditions remain. And then, ma'am, upon your release, you're to contact to Miss Courtney Singleton here at the court so that you can get set up with your evaluate your eligibility screening for the treatment court. Okay.
Okay, so I do that today. If I get,
Once you get tethered out of that court, when you are released, come down to the court and make an appointment with Courtney.
So, ma'am, it may be today. I don't know where they're at with their alcohol tethers.
Okay.
So it may be tomorrow.
okay,
So what I'm indicating is that so let me just state with specificity. By Tuesday, so by October 21st, you should be communicating with Courtney here at the court. Okay?
okay. So I have to go down there, not call over the phone?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay. And so I've completed an amended bond condition form as well. Okay. All right. Good luck to you, ma'am.
okay, thank you.
We are on the record in the matter of the City of Wyandotte versus Alicia Marinowski, 251233.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Your Honor, John Gold on behalf of Ms. Marinowski. Ms. Marinowski, please tell the judge your name. Fuck you, bitch.
Well, I don't have that name on my docket today. So,
Ms. Marinowski is going through total crisis. I met with them yesterday. She's been, well, you heard it. I tried to explain her father is here. Her significant other of fiance was here. The recommendation, because she was found, went into specialty court, was for mental.
Shut up, please. You know, what, we're not going to continue with this. What we're going to do is, I think that the police department is going to take Miss Marinowski to the hospital. Perhaps she needs to be petitioned so that she can have some treatment, so that it's more appropriate the next time she comes back to court. That's what we're going to do right now. So, ma'am, we're going to petition you over to the court or to the hospital, and we'll see you back in a couple of weeks.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I believe that would be well within the desires of her father as well as the fiance to get some time out. Okay?
Okay,
I'm fine, Your Honor.
all right. You're gonna go with Sergeant Sawmiller there. No, you go that way. No, that way, ma'am.
This one.
Thank you.
Any chance somebody could heat up my coffee on that note, please? Let's go on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Elvis Sabat, 251645.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Asking on behalf of the people, BA 493.
Good morning, Judge DeAnne Patillo, PA 2378, on behalf of Mr. Elvis Sabah. State your name for the court.
Elvis.
Is your last name Elvis?
No, your first name, please.
Elvis.
Your last name, please. Okay, perfect. Okay. So today's the date scheduled for the preliminary examination in this matter on your client's charge of assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder and domestic violence, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
And it's my understanding that there's been a resolution.
Correct.
And what is that resolution?
And Your Honor, the resolution that we came to was dismissing count 1 to be assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder by strangulation, and the defendant pleading to count 2 domestic violence, doing it under 769.4. And I also listed the terms being no assaultive contact as to Miss Oriana, who is also present. She's in the office, Your Honor. Also anger management classes, matters counseling, as well as anything additional the court would like to add. And one of the wishes that Miss Oriana would have is for the defendant to remain on Tyler.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, I apologize.
And what's the basis of the no contest plea?
Civil liability, Your Honor.
So we have an individual here that's having this extremely high felony dismissed, domestic violence, taking it under 769.48 and no contest. So there's not even an acknowledgement or an admission by your client. I don't find that there's a need for the no contest plea for civil liability purposes. I'm not going to accept a no contest plea in this matter. And this also, and it says guilty on the document that was signed by the party, by the attorneys. So I'm not accepting a no contest plea with this.
I didn't do anything.
Okay, well, let's hold the exam. All right, let's go on the record we're recalling the matter of the state of Michigan versus Albus Sabat, 251645. Appearance for the people, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Asking on behalf of the people, BA 893.
Good afternoon, Judge DeAnne Patillo, PA 2378, on behalf of Mr. Sabah. State your name for the court.
So Elvis.
Okay, well, hold on. No contest was, we have to change the guilty, you have to check the no contest box and cross off the guilty one.
Apologize, Your Honor.
That's okay. Sir, your first name first, please.
Sala.
Very good, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, see.
I just need you to initial it, counsel. If you can.
Oh, initial it.
Yes, thank you. She has to initial. Karen needs a few extra steps.
Just one. Okay.
Okay. All right, we're gonna try this again. Okay, now we're on the record. And so it's my understanding there's been a resolution, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And sir, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear from testimony you're about to give in this matter to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, sir. Do you see this beautiful lady sitting right here? She has to be able to record all of the proceedings here to have an accurate record. So you need to speak up much louder, okay? So, do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give in this matter to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Did that come through?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, counsel, the plea, as I understand it now, is your client is going to be pleading no contest to domestic violence first offense. And the assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder is going to be dismissed, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And there's not an under advisement what's the component?
There is not, Your Honor.
Okay. Is that accurate, counsel?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. And sir, you've heard the plea that was placed on the record, correct?
Yes.
As to the charge of domestic violence, how do you plead?
It's no contest plea.
No contact. No contact. Right?
No contest.
No contest.
Is that coming through?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have gone over your advice of rights with your attorney, correct?
Yes.
And you understand all of those rights.
Yes.
You also understand that by entering into a plea, you will be waiving some of those rights.
Yes.
You understand the possible penalty as a result of your plea, whether in this court, any other court, or administrative agency. And you understand immigration is an administrative agency, and you could have some, there could be some consequences as a result of your immigration status. Do you understand that? I'm sorry?
Yes.
Knowing all that, do you want to continue with your plea?
Yes.
Has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea?
No.
Any, well, we know that there's some immigration issues, so, but I have to still ask that question. Any immigration issues?
I don't really have any immigration issues. I'm going through the process of getting a citizenship, and this is all started, and it led to this problem because the previous incident when she lied and got me arrested.
Nope, no. We're not talking about all that. Are there any immigration issues that you have to take into consideration as a result of this plea?
No.
No. Okay. All right. You do understand, sir, that you indicated you're applying for citizenship. You understand that this conviction could affect that.
Yes.
Okay. And knowing all of that, you want to continue with your plea.
Yes.
Okay. Any objection to the court reviewing the police report for the factual basis?
No.
Okay. Just one moment. Okay. The court has reviewed the police report. The court does find the plea is knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. The court will accept your plea of no contest to domestic violence. And the court's going to order bond and conditions are continued.
Judge, I did want to address bonding, but it is my understanding that after today, maybe the officer can speak more to this. ICE will be contacted. Do that.
Yeah, it's asking for, being asking for UPD. ICE will be contacted regarding possible marriage visa fraud. He's been in the country 12 years. We have information to believe that marriage visas obtained fraudulently in the same country. So they're going to be advised of the case and possibly have a detainer on them.
Okay. Okay. And does that affect bond?
So no, I was just saying I was gonna argue bond, but there's gonna potentially be an ISO, so I don't know if the court would even address bond, knowing that he likely will not be released.
No, I'm going to order bond and conditions are continued. Especially given that, that there may be a detainer put on, I don't know, what frame of mind your client's in as far as that goes. As whether or not he would return to court or not, and also for the safety of the victim in this matter. So the court's going to order bond and conditions are continued. Sir, you will, you may be interviewed today by probation regarding pre-sentence interview, or you may just get a date that you'll be appearing via Zoom from the Wayne County Jail for an interview. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Have a good day. And just for the record, Madam Prosecutor, you had spoken with the victim in this matter, and she was in agreement and supportive of this resolution, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I was happy with the resolution we had today.
Okay.
So is can the one condition change to no assaultive contact?
Why would it need to change into assaultive contact? Do they have children in common?
They do.
Okay.
And if he's set to be deported at some date, I'm sure he may want to communicate about the children. You know, the court can consider the
What is it you want to say, sir?
I am the breadwinner of our family. And the little one who is under a year old is starving. You know, how go from there, diapers.
And how do you know that, sir? You've been in custody.
She put money on my card and I called her and she told me what the problem she's going through.
Hold on a moment. The victim put money on your card and you called her,
Yes.
despite this court's order not to have contact.
We have kids together.
That's not my question. Sir, you could have 15 kids together. You could have 15 giraffes. I don't really care. I ordered no contact. No contact. I'm sure that the mother of your children knows how to go and ask for state assistance to help with food for the children. She obviously had money to put on your card. She could have bought Infamil with that. So I'm not amending the bond conditions, especially knowing that he violated the bond conditions. Absolutely not. No.
And Your Honor, just for the record, based on the witness talking to the officer in charge, I believe it was the other way around. What was it?
So in a quick investigation I did outside starting today, I was advised he's been calling her daily since his last court date in this court. And a cellmate of his sent $20 to her Zelle account yesterday.
Interesting. Is she still here?
I believe so.
Yes.
Right. Let's have her come in, please. Can I have that file back, please? And sir, before she enters the room, the courtroom, I'm going to just make sure you're aware there's not to be any communication with her or otherwise while she's in here. Good afternoon, ma'am. If you can please step forward to the podium. Okay. And good afternoon. Your name for the record, please.
Oriana Malone.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you speak up just a little bit louder?
Oriana Malone.
Okay, can you spell your first and last names for the record, please?
Yeah. ORIEYONNA. Malone. MALONE.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to have you please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. And so, ma'am, you know Mr. Sabah, correct?
Yes.
How do you know Mr. Sabah?
He's my baby's father. 3 of them.
Okay. You shared 3 children with him?
Yes.
Okay. And so Mr. Sabah has not been at the house, right? He's been in Wayne County Jail?
Yes.
And have you had any contact with Mr. Sabah?
Yes.
And how did that contact occur?
He called
From where?
the Wayne County Jail. It was a 261 number.
Okay. When did he call you?
He calls most days. It started maybe the day after I've seen at the last court on YouTube.
Okay, so the last court date was last week, December 4th.
Okay, yeah, and he's been calling every day.
And do you answer the phone when he calls?
Yes,
And do you recognize Mr. Saba's voice?
yes,
Do you engage in a conversation with Mr. Sabah?
yes.
Did you put money on an account for Mr. Sabah to be able to call you?
Yes,
You did? You're aware of the no contact provision, correct?
yes.
So why would you put money on a card for Mr. Sabah to then contact you?
I felt like he might want to reach out to the kids, and I wanted him to be able to talk to their dad.
And how old are the children?
6, 5, and 11 months.
Has anybody else from inside the Wayne County Jail reached out to you?
Yes. She wasn't inside the jail, but it was a woman. She called me last night. Her name was Tamika something, and she Zelled $20 to me.
Do you know this girl?
No, she said that her son, it's her and her another one on the phone. She said her son was there with Albus, and they were sending me some money. And I asked her what the money was for. She said she didn't know. I said, I don't know either.
So you gave somebody your Zelle account, or you gave somebody your name for them to Zelle you money?
Albus gave them my name and phone number, and that's what she needed to Zell it. My phone number and name.
Okay. And are you working, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. And have you relocated from the home?
Yes.
Are you feeling safe now that you've relocated from the home?
With him locked up, yes. But not yesterday when he called, he was really angry and yelling, just cussing at me. So that made me feel very safe. It's part of the reason why I was brave enough to come today.
No, it does take a lot to come to court to testify. And ma'am, just so that you're aware, the way that you're feeling from the phone conversation yesterday is exactly why this court ordered no contact. So I'm just letting you know, I'm not amending the no contact. And in fact, I'm going to order that his phone and communication privileges are revoked. Do not engage in conversation with him.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it's difficult because there are 3 children and you have to now navigate that with the 3 children. However, this court, for the protection of many facets, the community, your children, yourself, has ordered no contact. So there is no contact. You can put $100 on his account. If he contacts you, that's a violation. So it would behoove you not to waste any money on a phone account for him, especially because I'm revoking his privileges. Okay? So just so you're aware, that's why the court put that order in place. And I think it was actually an interesting exercise for you to see that he was apparently, it appeared to be relatively unremarkable conversation until the night before court. And then you had that feeling of not feeling safe again. Right. Anything for the people? Anything for the defense?
No, Judge.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming in today, ma'am. So just so everybody's all clear, your communication privileges with the outside, sir, are revoked. That includes having one of your cellmates or somebody else within the jail contacting somebody to then contact Miss Malone or your children. Am I clear on that?
Yes.
Any questions about that?
I'm sorry it happened. It's not gonna happen again. I would like to speak to my mom. She's worried sick about what's happening.
Sir, you've lost that privilege. You've lost that privilege. Now, if your mom travels down and goes to visit you at the jail, that's one thing.
My mom is out of the country.
Okay, well, sir, you've lost that privilege. You've lost the privilege because you violated this court's order and you were contacting Miss Malone. Anything else?
No.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, thank you very much for coming in, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Court does call the case of the people versus Alicia Wittenberg.
Assistant Public Defender Jay Bellinger on behalf of Ms. Wittenberg, who is approaching, Your Honor. And Ms. Wittenberg, can you please state your name for the record?
Alicia Wittenberg.
Thank you. Your Honor, as to the probable cause conference, I would be asking for just a couple of weeks for purposes of negotiations here. I did receive a lot of information from Ms. Wittenberg that I'm going to be sending over to the prosecution for their consideration. So I'd ask for a date on that before we address the bond violation.
December 23rd, 2025, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. As to the bond violation, I've had an opportunity to go over that with my client without holding a hearing and going into those details of the violation itself, Your Honor. I will say that the way the report read made it seem as though Ms. Wittenberg was very nonchalant as to her options and what she needed to do. I can assure this court, as Ms. Wittenberg can, that she wasn't. She was received certain options, certainly, but had she known that she absolutely needed to do it, she would have Ubered there herself. Frankly, what this came down to is her lack of transportation in order to get there. However, I did send to the court 2 documents. You'll have one document that shows that she did do a test with the U of M on December 8th. That was negative. You'll also see a document from U of M that pertains to her intensive outpatient therapy that she is currently in and is due to complete on December 31st. Your Honor, my client is asking for some leniency with regard to the violation, given that she has done a lot in the interim to try to mitigate that. She is handling her recovery at this time, and she's doing that through the means of U of M, as we stated. I did also refer her to recovery court, so that if this case does go up into circuit court, she should be an eligible participant and be ready to go up there. So for today, I am asking that she be able to stay out on her own personal recognizance. And
Is she admitting to the violation?
Your Honor, my understanding is that she would admit to the violation. Is that correct?
Is that correct, ma'am?
Correct.
Anything else you want to say?
Your Honor, nothing other than that she is very apologetic. Again, I don't think that she intended to just not do anything after she was told that she could do an ETG. Again, this came down to a transportation issue, so she is asking for some leniency considering she is doing the right things at this point.
A transportation from Whitaker?
That's correct.
She could have walked it. Whitaker is not that far.
I'm gonna drive here.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move the date up to December 18th, 2025, 9 a.m. And at this time, the defendant's bond is revoked. I'll set that for her probable cause conference as well as sentencing on violation. Defendant.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court does call the case of the people versus Brandon Thomas.
Andrew Children's attorney on behalf of the people.
And Laura Yagi, Assistant Public Defender, with and on behalf of Mr. Thomas. Could you state your name for the court?
Brandon Thomas, Your Honor.
Hey, how you doing? What are we doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I submit a green sheet?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Before I set the date, we have a violation we need to deal with.
Yes, Your Honor. And I was talking to Mr. Thomas about that this morning. So he is on probation at a 35th District Court, and he reports that he tested on Monday, which was just a few days ago, and that he's been in communication with his probation agent. He was
on Monday, the what?
December 8th. Is that right?
Correct.
And it was negative, and he did also report that he would test today. It will be negative.
Where did he test?
On site.
Well, why do I have a report here that's dated the 11th of December indicating that they received information from on-site that you have not tested since November 4th?
I just talked to the probation officer from the Washtenaw Community Correction, and I tried to resolve that with her today and tell her about I took my test on Monday. And
where are the results? I don't have results, number one. And number two, this clearly indicates that per information received, he is not tested there. This is from on-site since November 4th.
I don't know. I was looking through his phone, his emails, and his screenshots to try to see if we could find it. Your Honor, I would ask if the court would allow him to test today to prove that he is clean. He is clean. He just completed a 10-week treatment program, and he was showing me his text from the coordinator of that program that basically said that as soon as he paid the balance,
did he say he tested it on-site? Why is on-site telling us he didn't test?
I am very confused about that, Your Honor. Unfortunately, this was not one of my cases for today, so I'm playing catch up. I do feel confused, and I can't answer that.
And also, on the 22nd, have that court date.
Well, but Shaggy, it's not your confusion. I mean, he's saying that he tested. Community Corrections is telling me that per on-site, he's not tested there since early November.
I tested there this week on Monday, Your Honor.
Okay, through the month of November, up until say Monday.
Yeah, I did.
Did you test over there?
I missed a few tests.
Okay, did you test?
Yes, Your Honor.
He was put on bond for this case. I think it was November 20th. So he has, I think he's only had, let me double check, a couple weeks that he's been supervised for this case. So, so I think, I mean, obviously, a huge concern for the court is compliance with bond, but I think another.
He hasn't tested.
Your Honor, could he test today to prove that he's clean?
Not doing that. I mean, he's supposed to be testing. He's telling me that he's testing it on-site. He's not testing it on-site. On-site's telling us that. He's not telling me the truth. And I don't even know if he tested on the 8th because I'm not sure. The report here is dated the 11th, but he's saying he tested on Monday. And I'm going to adjourn the probable cause next week, December 18th, 2025, 9 a.m. At this point in time, the defendant's bond's revoked. He's remanded. If you want to get something, Ms. Yagi, to change my mind, then that's fine. I'll take it and take a look at it.
Understood, Your Honor. Thank you.
Court calls the case. People versus Hoffman. Homa. Homa.
Assistant Public Defender Chelsea Vergils with and on behalf of Othman Mahoma. Mr. Mahoma, please state your name.
Othman Mahoma.
Are asking to adjourn this probable cause conference, Your Honor, to review the discovery with Mr. Mahoma.
I am. I will adjourn it out. I'll adjourn it out to the 23rd. Go ahead. As to the December 23rd, 2025, 9 a.m. All right, as to the bond violation. Do you have a copy of that?
I do, Your Honor. I did review it and spoke to my client about it. I believe that he would admit that he had contact with the complaining witness.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes, that's Your Honor.
All right. I'll accept that admission. What,
Your Honor,
anything you want to say on that? Because typically in these cases, I mean, this is a domestic, he's not that contact, so.
So, Your Honor, I believe that the complaining witness is one of his few contacts in the area and that she reached out to him. He understands that that is not an excuse. I clarified his bond conditions. Mr. Mahoma struggles with some substance abuse issues that he is working on getting addressed by going to AA, taking Vivitrol through the University of Michigan. He wants to double down on that and look into additional outpatient treatment for both mental health and substance abuse. I think that Mr. Mahoma made a mistake. He understands now that, inexcusable violation of his bond condition. I clarified how to follow that exactly. Where I'm asking for him to stay out of custody and allow him to seek additional outpatient treatment.
Response.
Your Honor, I'm asking for your remanded. In the bond violation, the victim mentions that he was broken, making a scene. He was in contact with her. This is a very serious strangulation case in which the victim had a dislodged tooth and redness around her throat from the strangulation. So I have concerns that not only is he with her, but she's saying he's also drinking. And I think about drinking causing scenes, violating court orders.
Defendant's bond based upon his admission. Defendant's bond is hereby ordered revoked. Defendant's remanded.
Would you allow release to inpatient?
Not at this time. Court calls case People versus Nicholas Harding.
Stanley says on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Dottie Leap on behalf of Mr. Harding. Starting, could you state your name, sir?
Yes, Nicholas Harding.
And Your Honor, with regard to the PCC requesting an adjournment in order to have some plea discussions with regard to the bond, I would like to address the warrant and ask that it be recalled.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. So with regard to the missed test, verification of my understanding was provided to the court. Mr. Harding was hospitalized at the time. With regard to the new violation for the disorderly conduct allegation. I'm sorry?
On the 10th or on November 25th?
On the 10th, Your Honor.
What about November 25th?
November 20th is when I was arrested as the charge of disturbing peace.
Your Honor, he was hospitalized at that time,
yes.
And I do have documentation to that effect.
From the 20th to
the 4th.
So he wasn't hospitalized on the 10th?
I was the 10th from the 17th.
Yes.
I was at another.
Yes, and I believe, yes, my understanding is that documentation that was submitted by the previous attorney.
So is that why he didn't charge his battery?
No, Your Honor. So my understanding is that the new charge was disorderly conduct, and this arises out of a manic episode Mr. Harding was suffering from. After his arrest, he was hospitalized for about 2 weeks. And after
when did he get out of the hospital?
On the 4th, Your Honor.
On the 4th of
December. Yes, he was hospitalized.
So why hasn't he charged his battery?
I've been charging it every day. I received notification, Your Honor, from Brian Levitt, who is my supervising agent, to said that he was no longer supervising my tether, but I took it upon myself to continue to charge it every day because I wanted to show the court that I was staying at 9270 Yorkshire Drive at my parents' residence, that I wasn't running away or up to anything bad. I've been calling into the drug testing line.
When did you last call into community correction?
I've been calling in since getting out of my behavioral health stay at the psychiatric unit. I've been calling every day since. Today is the only day I have yet to call the number. That group number one is my.
When's the last time you talked to somebody at community correction?
Brett Levitt, which was probably less than a week ago. And I've been in contact with my probation officer and his assistant at this time out of 14A4, and they've been in the loop since the 24th. So my first hospitalization was the 10th through the 17th of November, and then I wasn't out. It was only 2 more days where my manic episode continued because that stay, they kept prescribing me the wrong medication. So at the first facility at Memorial Healthcare in Owasso, Michigan, they were prescribing me the drugs.
Were you at a hospital in Dearborn?
I went to that hospital second. That's where I was at the previous 2 weeks. Yes. And that's where I was inpatient for my bipolar. And that's where I was diagnosed with bipolar immediately when I got there.
And Your Honor, while he was hospitalized in Metropolitan Behavioral Health in Dearborn, he was given this new diagnosis. Additionally, he was given a new medication regimen, which he was stabilized on prior to discharge. And that includes 2 antipsychotics, 1 injectable, which he was not taking.
Gotcha. I'm not.
And in addition, I did see.
Call over and see, I'll pass the matter and see if Mr. Levitt is at any contact with this individual before I make a decision.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a seat.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Recalls the case, People versus Nicholas Harding.
DiSanto on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Don Lee on behalf of Mr. Harding. Harding, could you tell us what your name, sir?
Yes, Nicholas Harding.
I thought you had indicated to me you called over to community corrections.
I'm sorry.
That you had called over to community corrections?
The night of the second event, yes, there was a call to community corrections.
But did you call?
My mother and I called that evening that it was bad.
I don't have any indication. I have you've only talked to them via email.
Through community corrections?
Yeah.
So after I was released from Metropolitan Behavioral Health, they gave me a Washtenaw County Community Corrections, and I contacted them, and I had my first intake with them, and it was the second day I had gotten out, and I asked Washtenaw Community.
But I thought you said you had been going over there.
Through that place in itself, I have not quite gone there. I've been to numerous different institutions. The Metropolitan Behavioral
But I
Health.
thought you told me that you went there.
He's referring to community corrections. Oh, I'm sorry.
Starting your
I'm so sorry. Community corrections. Yes, I have been on probation this entire past year. So I've been going to community corrections. I'm sorry. I'm getting the 2 places mixed up. I have been going to community corrections on a weekly basis over the past year, and I've never tested dirty or negative or positive. For
So are you going to community corrections on a different case?
Yes, now I believe it is. Yes.
What do you mean now you believe it?
I don't think. Do you think you're on probation now?
I'm still on. I applied for early release several months ago, and I believe.
Okay, who's your judge on that case?
Anna Fresh Hour, and my.
I mean, Judge Fresh Hour.
Fresh Hour, yes, and my.
Knew her personally.
My probation agent in that court is Ted Heaton and his assistant Sandy, whom I've been in contact with regarding all of this as well.
Okay, so. So you've been counselor, do you know anything about that?
Your Honor, he did indicate to me he's been in ongoing communication with his with his probation agent in the Fortune 1 case, in the Fortune 4 case, I'm sorry, but I've not been in contact with them myself.
But is he going to community corrections on that case?
To the best of my knowledge, Your Honor.
Well, have you checked it?
I have not, Your Honor.
Sir, are you represented by the PD in that case?
No,
Who's representing you in the other case?
in my previous DUI case from a couple of years ago, that would have been another attorney that I haven't spoken with because we've gotten all of the things said and done with my placement with early release. So I applied for early release from probation, and within a day or two of me getting off of the early probation is when this incident happened on November 4th.
And Your Honor, for our notes on at least the most recent case of Fortune, I don't have any notes of like a review hearing. As the last note I have on that case was from an APA, was from September. And then I don't have anything about reviews or, so I'm not sure.
The last time I saw my probation agent was probably 2 or 3 weeks ago in person. I went to his office regarding all of this.
So you went. Oh,
because they picked me up on.
So hold on a second. You got a violation hearing in front of Judge Freshauer in January, right?
That's correct.
Did you know that, counsel?
I did not, Your Honor.
So, and you had the violation hearing because you're not compliant with your probation. So you haven't been released from probation.
That was the confusion originally. So now I know that information.
Now you know what information?
Now I know that I'm no longer off of probation because when I got out.
When did you think you were off of probation?
I never assumed. I never wanted to assume I was off. So I'm saying for the last maybe month or so, it's been.
Is anybody here with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah,
His parents are both here.
What day is his? What day do you have the violation here?
So it is on January 13th.
Okay. Before Judge Freshauer.
Your Honor, is that for the 2024 case?
All right. And all of that. Maybe it's Teller. Was that a home confinement? Okay. So. Anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. I did want to indicate that he is on this new medication regimen. He indicated to me that when he was in jail previously, he was not.
I get all of that.
Thank you. When I would like to note then that we have no objection to a home confinement tether. He does have follow-up mental health appointments scheduled. Now that I am informed that he has the ongoing case, I can find out whose attorney.
Well, why would I put him on a home confinement?
If the court had concerns regarding compliance or failure to appear.
It is making sense to me. Anything else from people?
I just have the same concerns that the tether was not charged. He hasn't reported in, and there was a positive THC, and I'm not sure if he has a medical marijuana card that was provided.
Do you?
I do.
You have a medical marijuana card?
I do, and I did provide it to community corrections.
Okay, but let me ask you this. With your current medication regimen, are you supposed to be using marijuana?
Yes, if from my psychiatrist point of view, yes, I'm allowed to.
That you're allowed to. Mom and dad, is that correct? Yes. It is? Okay. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. All right, young man, normally I would remand him to custody. I'm not gonna do that in this case, but I'm also not gonna put him on something more restrictive. Because I think what transpired here was not his do. I mean, he wasn't intentionally, I don't think, trying to do anything. And so young man, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you, he admits to the violation of not charging his tether. Is that correct, counsel?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
All right.
But I was inpatient.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you back over to community corrections. Okay?
Okay.
You need to, did you give them back the tether?
No, I still
He still has it, Your Honor.
I've been charging it as well.
God bless you. Okay, okay. Just, okay, go back over. I'm gonna put you back on the location tracking.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
And just, you're welcome, young man. And just, and Mom, I saw you. You're welcome also. I'm gonna tell you something, young man. And that is, I don't know your mother, but mothers are great people. Right? Because a lot of times all they do is they just sit there and silently pray for the well-being of their children. And I could feel that from your mother back there. That's so.
Phenomenal woman.
Pardon?
She's a phenomenal woman. I'm very, very grateful to have had her as my mother. So thank you.
You know something, young man? Every day I wake up and I just always hope for a miracle and a blessing. And I think I just saw it. Because I love it when people give credit to their mothers for what they've done. Because sometimes there are a lot of people that just take it for granted. Okay. So what I'm going to do, we're going to prepare a new order. Okay.
Okay.
And you're going to need to go back over there.
Okay.
Okay. And then just make sure to keep it charged. Apparently you've been doing that, so you know how to do that, right?
Okay.
Just got to keep it charged so they can just monitor you for location tracking.
And then still go to them once per week and do everything normal for testing.
Well, you report to. So you got me a little bit confused. Are you testing over at community corrections or no?
I am.
Okay, and that's from the other case.
No, it used to be the other case, the DUI. He actually told me that Ted Heaton out of 14A4.
Yeah, I know where he is.
Documentation. He told me I don't have to start. I don't at this point in time because I was so kosher with him that he took me off of the testing regimen because it had been over a year and I hadn't had any problems and I paid off everything.
Okay, so why are you okay, so help me.
Testing because of on bond, they're requesting me like on my bond PR release, it says test once.
Mr. Quinn, can you move? Because Mom's trying to listen to me and you're in the way.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says on my bond paperwork, it said do not contact Ju Kwan.
Right.
Right. But then it also said the same thing.
Your Honor, I think what he's trying to explain is that he has a testing order.
He
in
was
this case.
doing okay.
Okay, thank you.
So let him go.
I will.
What were you trying to tell me?
The same thing, just I test once a week at community corrections and I was just so petrified that.
No, I got you. I just want to.
Thank you.
Here's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to put you back to where you were. Okay.
Still track me. Okay.
And so
all of this still
so I'm going to put you back on the tether.
Okay.
Let me see if you had he does. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So one time per week, you're supposed to go over and take a ETG test. Is that what you were taking?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to reinstate.
Okay.
When's the last time you did that?
The last time I had like alcohol or I'm long-term in recovery, which is kind of.
No, I know,
nice.
but here's what I'm trying to figure out. When was the last time you were at community corrections to do an ETG test?
It was probably like a month ago.
Gotcha. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to put you back on the tether.
Okay.
You're still on it, but we're going to reactivate it and have that location tracker.
Okay.
And then we're going to have you do the ETG testing. And the previous order was once per week. That's what you're talking about, that you needed to go in and test.
Yep.
Okay.
No, before it was just the location, and then once a week I go in and test.
That's it. Putting that all back in place.
Okay.
Okay. And then if you and I pray that you don't, but if you end up in the circumstances you've been in, I get you.
Yeah.
We never know, right? And it's okay. But if you do, then Mom, can you try to make sure to either contact the public defender's office or community corrections so that we know and can be a little bit clearer as to what's going on? Can you do that for me?
Sounds good.
Fantastic.
Thank you, sir. I very much appreciate
You don't have to thank me. You're doing well.
I am doing well. I'm doing well. I went from one. I will say that the diagnosis that I went from was one serious one to one other serious, pretty serious diagnosis, and I'm 35, and I was just recently diagnosed. And I'll just be honest with bipolar type 1, and it's the more scary one. And this is all brand news to me at 35. So I was so petrified to come in and have you reprimand me back to jail. So thank you just for understanding what I'm going through. And it's a huge instance in itself, is kind of just adjusting to new meds. So thank you.
Okay. You'll get that.
I appreciate you. So thank you.
All right. You were terrified of me?
Just having to go back and
no, you're supposed to say yeah.
Yes, well, yeah.
That's it.
You're a nice
You're
guy.
supposed to say yeah.
Yes.
You're this bad, scary person. That's what you did to me. And now I'm all disappointed.
Thank you, Jeff.
This-
I apologize. What was the date that?
I had not set a date yet because we were trying to get through that. So I'm going to prepare all those orders, young man. Before you leave this area around here, go right over to community corrections.
Okay.
We're going to make sure those get over there.
Okay. Thank you. I will do.
Why don't we have you come? Will December 30th work for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
December 30th, 2025, 9
And,
a.m.
I do have one question.
And I'm going to cancel the bench warrant in this case.
Thank you.
All right, because we had issued one prior, I think.
Beautiful. Thank you.
All right, so you're all set. Go over there, keep it charged, show up once a week, take your EGG test.
Okay.
You'll be good, and then we'll see you on the 30th.
Okay, perfect.
And when you come back on the 30th, be like really afraid of me.
Okay, I'll be.
Okay, all right, good enough.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, take care. Take care, folks. Court calls the case, People versus Tracy Reed.
Trevor made love to the people.
Why'd she say, oh? You start bumping into stuff, that's gonna be a problem. All right.
You don't from behind me, mister. What you stand behind me for, Alan? And started here, okay? Can I talk?
Not yet, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Is there gonna be an attorney saying something?
Assistant Public Defender Mr. Deputy Lee, on our behalf of Ms. Tracy Reed. Mr. Miller has been appointed. However, I did speak to her about the bond violation.
Wants to argue.
Your Honor, Ms. Reed indicates to me that she did go do community corrections on the 11th. However, on the 12th, she was unable to remain as she had to go to work. However, she does come to understand that now it's important that she goes to community corrections, stays there until she is called, and there will not be any further violations.
But they did have the wrong number. They have the number from 2014. That's not my phone number no more. She never asked me
They
for my
set
phone.
an intake appointment for December 2nd. Did you go?
No, sir.
Why?
When I went on the first, I explained to the lady that I just received the job. I gave him the intake paper that I gave the judge when I got arraigned. I told the lady, I said, listen.
Ma'am, go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
I asked her, could I come at a different time? She told me that was the time that I needed to call to see if I could get an attorney. Every time I called, I didn't ever get to her. So no, I didn't go back.
What do you mean every time? Every time you call?
I called her twice.
How come you didn't go back up there?
Cause I don't know, just I ain't gonna lie.
So I have no test results.
No, I took the test results is right here. I took the urine.
Well, the one, yeah, But since then, I don't have anything.
He only told me to drop once a month. He told me to go once a month and drop.
That's correct, but how were you gonna go back if you didn't do the intake?
I didn't know I had
How
to
are
do
you
the
gonna-
intake in order to keep dropping.
What?
I know I didn't know that I had to do the intake in order to keep dropping because I didn't do the intake when I dropped in
How are you gonna know when to?
on the first.
You have to do the intake. So that then they will then tell you when to text.
Okay.
You understand that?
Yeah, but I was assuming that since I had to go on the first to drop, I only got to drop once a
See,
month.
here's
I'm
the
thinking
problem.
every month on the
And
first.
that is, if you had gone on the second, they would have been able to explain all of that to you, but you didn't go.
Yes.
So, Ms. Reed, tell me why I shouldn't just lock you up because you didn't comply with your bond. Tell me why.
Because I'm going to the next one. I went over there this morning. I came in at 9. I thought my court date was at 9. I came, they told me it was at 1. I went up to community corrections and they told me that they couldn't do that. I had to get another
Stop talking. Just
referral.
Stop. Because you're gonna say something and it's just gonna get bad.
Oh, Jesus.
No, it's judge, but that's okay. You're enjoying that gum, aren't you? That gum is taking a beating.
You're making my nerves bad. Got the police standing behind me like he about to handcuff me. I'm sweating. I can't go to jail. I
No,
can't.
you can.
I'm too old for that. That's I can't. Please. No. Please no, sir. Your Honor, Judge Simpson, please. I just got my good job. No.
Okay, at least the one benefit is you're on, and the only thing that I'm not gonna lock you up today. The only reason I'm not doing is run monthly. You're still within that month, and the test that you took was negative.
Absolutely.
But then you didn't do this, didn't take the next test.
Okay. I'm going over there right now.
So let's. I'm gonna prepare new orders. I'm gonna adjourn her probable cause to January 2026, 9 a.m. We'll do a new community corrections referral for testing. You stay over there today when you go over until you complete that intake.
Okay.
You hear me?
Yes,
Because
sir.
if you come back here and you haven't done the intake, there's nothing you're gonna be able to say to me.
Okay. Now I have another question.
Oh.
Before all of this happened, I had plans to go out of state for New Year's. So I need the permission to go because this has been planned and paid for.
Where are you going?
To New York to watch the ball drop.
You are not. No, you're not. You are not. Who is that? I don't know who she is. I don't believe her. You're gonna go watch the ball drop.
Yeah.
Where?
From what's the name of it?
Like Times Square?
Yes, down by Times Square. We stand in a room.
There's a whole lot of rooms by Times Square.
Yeah, I don't know right now. My nerves bad, I'm telling you.
You're gonna go watch the ball drop.
Yes.
Are you gonna be outside watching the ball drop?
Not if it's real cold. I'm hoping we can see it from the hotel.
It's gonna be cold.
But it might not be that.
Have you ever been there?
No, that's why I want to go.
She has never been around that many people
in my life.
Yeah, I know. And you have no idea what that's like.
But I want to go.
I know. And I have a feeling if I let her go, she ain't coming back. She's gonna be lost someplace in New York.
No, I'm coming back.
When are you supposed to be leaving?
What day we leave?
So you don't even know. How do you not know? How do you not know when you're leaving?
Because I work and she take care of all the business. Now we leaving on the 30th.
When are you coming back? Well, never mind. When are you coming back? On the 7th? Second. Hold on a minute. So you're going to New York basically for just a few days?
Yeah, just to see the ball drop.
I'll tell you how you can see the ball drop.
I don't want to watch it on TV.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I want to
you
go
can see the ball drop.
It's already paid for. We can't get the money back. I don't want the money back anyway. I want to go. But I have to have permission. Because if I get stopped and then they be like, oh, you're stopped, and they try to take me into custody. No. Just me making my nerves bad.
Just lock you up. You wouldn't see the ball drop.
Okay, so here we go. You just said you were gonna lock me up. Now you're gonna go back to that incident. I'm not gonna do that. Just
counsel, whichever one's representing you, prepare an order to the effect unless there's an objection from the people to let her go watch the ball drop.
She's got permission to take the time off of work.
Wow, whoa.
Excuse
Came right at you. No, that's a legitimate question. Thank you, counsel.
Excuse me, I don't go back to work until January the 5th.
Oh, so you had time to stay in. Why'd you tell me you didn't want to lose
That's
the
all
job?
for Christmas, Your Honor. That ain't now. That's all for Christmas. The last day is the 23rd. Today's the 11th. My glasses back on. Why you keep walking by me? Stay away from me.
Take those glasses off. You don't need them.
They my safety. Told you my nerves bad. The police keep trying to come over here.
I got it.
So I can go?
Are you driving?
Yes, we're gonna drive.
She gave an adequate answer to the work question. You're gonna drive.
Yes.
Through Canada, or you just going straight through the States?
I'm going through the States. I'm off to the 5th. We're going,
Yeah, because if you go over that border, you ain't getting back. All right.
Okay. So who's gonna give me the paper saying I can go, or I can just?
I will prepare the
You
order.
know what? She needs to stop asking me questions.
I'm going to prepare an order to.
I've already prepared the order because you were taking so long.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bye.
Okay.
I don't know what happened either. But God bless New York.
I'm not quite sure what happened there, but God bless New York. Ladies and gentlemen, these are just some of the amazing cases which happened today, December 11th, 2025. I am your humble lone Wafuso. I have been your host for these here videos I have compiled for your consideration. I appreciate all you showing up, hanging out, chatting, chat. It's been amazing. And as I say goodnight, I'll say, oh. And ladies and gentlemen, come by tomorrow. Come by every day. Around 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. All that good stuff. I'll be here. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All that good stuff. YouTube, drama, blah, 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 blah. Love you guys. Have a good night. I appreciate all you too.